What's going on, my friends? No energy at the beginning of this video. No happiness, no smiles, no welcome back for another Galaxy of Heroes video. This is gonna be serious. We're gonna talk. I've got my buddy Ian here with me. What's going on, Ian?
What's up, man? We're gonna try to stay positive, man. We're gonna try to, but you know, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
So let me disclaim the beginning of this video. I want to be very clear that Ian and I here, we are not political leaders in the community calling for a no spending boycott on Galaxy of Heroes right now.
No.
But in light of what's been going on in other games like Marvel Strike Force, where there has been a boycott carried out and there's been some very direct communication from the devs resulting, I don't know enough about that situation to dig into the weeds on if that was justified or not. I'm not going to talk about that, but seeing as it's happened, as I saw the requirements drop today, more requirements. Now, let's be clear here. Actually, I'm going to go to my game. We had some there, but you've got, look at this. You've got already Relic 7 Rey, Jedi Training, Relic 5 Finn, Relic 5 Resistance Trooper, and now we're adding another Relic 7 character, Relic 3 Resistance Pilot, Relic 5 Poe Dameron. That's just for Rey. There's others. And we also have, of course, the devs over here telling us that they are going back on their promise to us that they said there would be characters of multiple gear tiers required for this. Now it's all going to be relics per, let's see, where is it? This paragraph right here. And so the question came to my mind, when is too much? When has this community been pushed too far on how insane this paywall is that the top guilds of this game, I'm calling you out, Team Instinct and Maw, decide to band together and boycott this? What do you think, Ian? When is too far? How far can they push us?
I mean,
maybe they're just okay with this.
Oh, dude, I know a lot of people that they will spend no matter what. It's like an addiction. So there's gonna be people out there no matter what. We are gonna try to, say here, we're not really, saying we have to do this, but I would highly consider it for a lot of you guys out there. I'm in MC with, it's kind of a Maw kind of guild. We all are kind of together, chat. Yeah. So I know a lot of those guys. Will some of them boycott? I don't know. Because it's kind of like a competition type of thing. If you don't have this new Rey or Kylo, you're going to be kind of, not doing as good, performance-wise in your TWs, especially in TB, because TB right now is stupid hard for light side TB. That new Rey is going to help out a lot. Right.
I'm thinking though, like if you're and here's something I want to be clear with again, is we're not calling for this to happen. I just want to know at what point does that happen? Because you've got these people who are willing, like, is there no threshold on how much they can spend? I mean, I'm looking at these requirements here over in my game. I've been playing for a very long time. Yes, I'm not a whale. I don't spend on my main account anymore. But I don't have a single requirement met. I don't have any of these characters at gear 13 even. I've been farming the last month trying to get my Jolie to gear 13 so I can do better against Grievous teams. Like the amount of time it's going to take me just to get these characters all to gear 13, not counting the relics in here, is so crazy that I'm, in my mind, the conversation now is, am I even ever going to try to get this character ever? Because of how long it's going to take. And with how far that's going to push people, what's the dollar amount that people get asked to spend before they say, we're done? Does that not exist? Are people playing this game that wealthy?
I just want to put this kind of into perspective with how much money that somebody would, I guess, want to, if you were to, whale cracking out. So we have now Radis. We have the new Poe. We're just talking about Rey. We're not talking about Kylo here.
There's just one character.
Just one character.
And there's still 2 waves of requirements yet to come, and we know they're all going to be relics. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So you got Radis. Yes. The new Finn. The new Poe. Yeah. And they said, let's just, I guess, the leak. We've seen a leak. Zori Bliss was added in. For my standpoint on this, it makes a lot more sense to introduce some more ships for the Resistance and both. For First Order as well.
And I think they teased that too. They teased that in the developer insights for the Radis.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we see Zori Bliss and her ship, that's two others that you're gonna have to get maxed out. So what is that? One, two, three, four, five. Five new marquee characters. That all just to get people 7 star. Every one I'm gonna say is gonna be around $200. So two, it's $1,000, guys. It's 5 times 200 is $1,000. Who's gonna want to
And
spend that much
that's not
money?
including the relic investment.
And yeah, it's not even touching. That's just to get them seven
There's a
star.
big difference between take your character to Relic 4 and take them to freaking Relic 7. That's a big investment. That's a gear. That's like it's. And let's talk about this from a couple different perspectives here because
Yeah.
so this is kind of where I'm at right now. I wonder this question. I'm not saying that the community has to boycott or anything, but in my mind, I'm
No.
just like, how far are these people willing to be pushed? But from a free-to-play standpoint, it's easy to sit here and just go, you know what? I'm not going to get these characters, not going to worry about it. I'll get them, I'll slow grind it, that kind of thing. But with how steep this slow grind is, if you're just looking at this from, let's remove money from the equation now. Now, if you want to slow grind towards these characters, which I'm still slow grinding Gas, I don't have him ready yet. I'm still slow grinding Gas. I'm getting close. The amount of time it's going to take to slow grind both of these characters is such that I don't know if you're ever going to be able to farm anything else in this game at all. So what you've got right now for the indefinite future, it would seem, is what you've got. These are the only characters you can focus on if you're not spending on the game. And so your path is,
guess what? They're not good characters. They're garbage. I would say
for now,
garbage.
maybe they get rework, but Finn's not. I wouldn't say Finn's garbage. Resistance Trooper, outdated.
Phasma,
Scavenger, Resistance Pilot, Poe.
Okay, one thing with this whole thing is, I would never have thought I would say this, but I would actually rather have another Gas type of event with Epic Confrontation rather than have this garbage. That's just me. I would rather have that right now. This is absolute.
Ian, you're very. I gotta say too. Point out to anyone who hasn't met It's Just Ian yet. You are one of the most positive creators I've ever seen.
I try to stay positive, man.
You find positivity from every which way. I've been called a shill before with sometimes being too positive. Although I think in the last 6 months or so, I've kind of let my guard down a bit more. But yeah, it's just I don't know. So. It's kind of hard to know how to react to this. I went on such a high today. We saw the Radis kit reveal. I don't know if you felt the same way as me, but when I saw the Radis, I was super excited about it. I was amped about the animations, and it was just like this high and then back down to the depths. And what adds more to this, so let's just say, all right, so we're just okay with having the spending of our Krakens pushed to endless boundaries, and we're okay with being locked into farming mediocre Resistance and First Order characters for the next year or so before the next Galactic Legend comes. How do we feel about this being the only real content we have for the first quarter of 2020? A year that the devs said in their Q&A that they wanted to focus primarily on delivering more content to the people.
It is an absolute joke. I don't know. I mean, I would, because this is like somebody stabbing me in the back almost with all these crazy. It's like overwhelming to it, like in an extreme degree. It's what it feels like. To lower that, overwhelming feeling and to kind of settle it down a little bit, I think the only remedy is new content, which is like a new ship raid. What was that thing that they mentioned earlier? Kind of like a different take on Galactic War, something like that. Or maybe even a free play mode or with the sandbox mode. So that would be super, super helpful to kind of not make a lot of people care much about the Galactic Legends.
Yeah.
And we have yet to hear anything about it. They've been, slow giving us information about these things.
They need to ease us, because right now this is all we have to talk about. This is all we have to really focus on. And I'm being serious. I'm being 100% serious with you guys right now. The debate I'm having in my mind is not should I go for these characters right now. It's am I ever going to go for them? I don't know if I'm ever going to go for either of these characters right now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will get either of them for like most people. I'd say like 90% of the player base won't get even one done for an entire year. Getting both would take
Yeah.
another couple years. And like you said earlier, with another, this is just the first part for Galactic Legends. This is just 2 characters. There's going to be more in the future. You're going to overlap with some of these Galactic Legends. So it's kind of just like, which ones do you want to work on? And the whole thing, I mean, just seeing the Radis requirements, those are like different, like, they don't really make sense. They don't mesh together.
They just chucked a bunch of ships. I like how they just
Yeah.
said, we're going to use ships from different eras. Let's plug in ships that the least amount of people have.
And but that can be kind of problematic, and I hate that. But just like thinking that even broader, like with other
Yeah.
Galactic Legends, like what will we need to try to hope and pray that we need to farm to get, like, maybe a Jedi Luke, or something different like a Sith or something that's Galactic Legend.
And that's a good
Like,
point you bring up.
you'll never understand, you'll never know until the time has come for it to be released. And that is probably my biggest complaint with CG right now. I don't know why I'm getting so up and upset with this right now, but CG is one of the worst companies when it comes to communicating. They are so bad. Mark Dickinson is just one of those guys that I'm sure he
we're
probably
calling you on the carpet, Mark. Calling you on the
he has
carpet.
he's yet to even reach out to us. He's sending us the typical people like Crumb and all those guys. I just feel like the communication of the last, I would probably say up until we got Malik, has been absolute trash. And if they can just fix communicating
Yeah.
in this game with people, I'm pretty sure they do a lot of communicating in their Slack beta testing program or whatever that is. But if they can kind of give us more communication via like the forums, it would be so much more positive. There's be a lot more positive impact to the community.
Well,
And
communication is not announcing and letting the fire burn.
no, it's not.
What I would love to see is a little bit of interaction too.
Yes.
And I think that's something I don't want to, I mean, I view this in a microcosm as a content creator. I feel like a lot of things with communication went downhill once the Game Changers program got killed. That's kind of how I personally view it. I'm definitely biased in that regard. A lot of you guys aren't going to view that just that way because the communication with the community was more than just the devs talking to us. But I really feel like that was one link that was burst, and ever since then I just haven't really felt there's a lot of listening going on with this and what it really could be. I mean, I am not a Kraken whale. I am not in a position to say let's start a spending boycott because I don't spend. I'm already not doing that. However, I do feel that it is completely fair for me to request that Capital Games communicates more with the community. And maybe it's just, you know what, from where I sit, maybe it's just a matter of we just need to accept the new normal in Galaxy of Heroes. There is a meta, and you are not getting it unless you're the top 1%, period. You're not going to get it. And because by the time, with how long this farm is going to be, how many new Galactic Legends will be out by the time you can get there without spending hundreds of dollars? So I think it's maybe a new way of accepting things, and that acceptance would go a lot smoother if there was something more to do in the game right now, something new other than, and right now it basically just comes down to Grand Arena and territory wars and reskinned territory battles.
Yeah, the little fun light side TV where you go in with your Gear 13 Relic 7s and you get one-shotted by a little droid. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, so I think one thing here though.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. But I was gonna go on.
We're
on
both
the fact,
kind of out of it right now. This is
I've been just kind of.
This is emotional, man. Like, hold your thought. But I want to tell you guys like how deeply I feel. Like I saw this news. I was right off of my Grand Arena stream. I read it. I thought I got to make a video on this, and I just said, no. You know what? I need to digest this. This hurt. It like hurt me emotionally. I came home. I'm a youth leader at my church. Went out and hung out with some awesome friends all night, and then came back. Gave my wife a hug. I'm really sad right now. I'm just sad about this. I'm just really I feel this. I mean, more for just me because I know how you guys feel about this. I've seen your comments. I've seen your Reddit replies. I've seen your comments to me on Twitter. I've read my patron comments. I've talked to whales in the game. I've talked to free to play in the game over the last several hours. And it's just, I've never been this sad about something that's happened in the game almost. I can't think of a lower point for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was your thought? I just had to say that.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same way. So my
Yeah.
thought was kind of going back on the communicating. Like, okay, so we've been like I would say almost promised that we're gonna get a ship raid, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The thing with me is like the whole communicating with that. So we can already see these crazy rewards. They're like I said, I'm trying to be positive here and be optimistic. I can kind of with this new raid, it's going to be kind of crazy, right? It has to be a step above HSTR, but the thing
Mm-hmm.
with that is that it's going from character raid to a ship raid, which we've never had before.
Mm-hmm.
So in the ship raid, what are our rewards that we get? We get some Gear 12 plus
Right.
pieces. And what I can kind of see maybe from the ship raid is it could probably potentially help us getting some more relic levels. So with that
Okay.
in mind, I
Okay,
can
good.
kind of
There's some legitimate optimism out there.
this
There's
is
the
some
it's just Ian I
yes.
know right there.
This is some optimistic stuff here,
Yeah.
guys, because if we can get some of these things to help us bring them up to higher relics a little bit
Mm-hmm.
easier, I'd say, a little bit quicker, that would be super awesome. But the thing, like I said, and what we've been thinking, or what we've been saying here, is the communication
Yeah.
between CG and us. We don't know when that's going to happen. They've only really just said in their Q and A's that it's going to be coming down the pipeline, and we don't know
Yeah.
when the heck when. But it should be happening here soon. If I were to be kind of thinking realistically, probably after maybe a month or two after we get the Galactic Legends, because then we'll have both the finalizer,
That's
Radis
kind of what
in
I'm
the
holding
game.
hope for right now.
That's the
Is
biggest hope
after
right now.
Galactic Legends, because obviously this quarter the whole jam is these Galactic Legends that a whole dozen people will get. After that, I'm really hoping that there's something coming. That's what I'm holding hope for right now, because this, to me, I just, in my heart of hearts, the harder I dig, I fail to find anything positive about this right now.
Oh yeah,
Um,
there's not much.
yeah, there's if
Well,
I
you
were
think
to
about
create a
it.
positive angle for you guys on this, I would be lying through my teeth. I just don't see it. But after the Galactic Legends are done, I'm just really waiting for that to be over so that we can move on to whatever is hopefully next that doesn't involve some crazy character requirements, but some content, some like live PvP, raid, something to do in the game. And that'll make me feel a bit better about maybe
Investing
about
that
how
hard
long it's
into
going to
some of
take me
these
to get these
things.
guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Mm.
we can already see, the legends. There's a lot of ships already involved, so
Right.
it's going to be happening here soon. And I think that with these, I mean, we already saw Radis is just ridiculous. I think that's going to be an insane ship. And that with a finalizer, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. So just I would say, and I would think more realistically that we're going to have to get these ships in the game before they really even consider posting really anything about the ship raid. But maybe
Right.
just like teasing. I've played other games in the past, Contest of the Champions in their Marvel game. They give
Oh
us
yeah.
like hints and teases, like way before it's even like a legit thing. And CG has even yet to do that. Like even something like what the raid's going to be about, like a hint. Like if it's going to be Death Star, give us some hint and,
Well, I
and drop
think
something about
they
the
do
Death
tend to
Star.
do that, but I think they have to keep it within their financial quarter, and so I think it shows
Okay.
you it's not coming this quarter. We're gonna have to wait until after Rain Kylo. So, in summary,
Yeah. Yeah.
title of the video: is it time to boycott spending in Galaxy of Heroes? I don't think we can answer that question straight up.
No.
However, what I do feel like I can say is, if there's been a time to do it, this is the best time I've ever seen in the game.
There's no better time. Yeah.
I've
You
never
guys should
seen it
highly
reach this
consider it.
level. I've never
Yeah.
seen it reach this level. And in my mind, if people who spend on this game at this level are really okay with this, then you know what? Touche. But I think they're getting taken advantage of, and it's sad
Yep.
to see. And it's sad
It
to see
is.
the game treated this way. Any final comments, Ian?
No, I mean I agree with all that last part and a lot of the parts. Just guys, I want to stay optimistic. That's my whole part of this whole thing.
We have to be honest, though. I mean, this is something that I tell you guys all the time. I will do my best to be optimistic with you guys and to be positive about gaming. But I am not here to lie to you and manipulate you into feeling positive about something that is not meant to be positive. And in this case, I don't think that there is anything positive about this. If you feel positive about it, great. I'm happy for you. I do not. And I'm not going to lie to you about it for the sake of getting internet upvotes at the end of my video. That is not what I'm here to do. I'm here to be honest and transparent with you guys. And this is honestly how I feel. I think that if there was any time to boycott Galaxy of Heroes, spending wise, this is it. Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off. That's
it's
my
all
rant.
good, man. It's all good. I just think before even thinking about spending, wait for all these requirements to drop, then consider it.
We haven't even seen their kits.
We haven't even seen their kits, guys. For those of you out there, this is the last thing I'll say. If you guys are already spending before you even see kits, before you even see all the requirements, you guys should really rethink your decision making in this game. I know people who've already done it, and that is very, very sad to see. Yeah. And I just think that you guys should just keep on hoarding and hoarding like we always have to do now. But
hoard harder.
That's my thing right there. Just hoard, I guess. All and right. then you can make your decision. So that's it.
Okay, everyone. Well, hey, guys, I'm sorry about a downer video. I had to make this video. Ian, I appreciate you coming on. When I went to make it, man. I shot Ian a message. I'm like, I think I need some moral support on this video. Do you want to jump on with me? He's like,
I got you, man.
I got you. The mullet never fails. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the video. I'm not even going to ask you to like the video tonight. I'm not even going to ask you to subscribe. I'm just going to hit.
You guys got to. Come on. Come on.
I'm just going to play my outro right now. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Sorry about the mess.